So after all the trash talk, George Kambosos loses every round to Devin Haney, and Devin Haney is now the undisputed champion. And this reminds me of two videos I made in the past. One called is George Kambosos now avoiding Devin Haney? Question mark. Because that's when George Kambosos was putting polls up on his Twitter saying who should he fight: Vasily Lomachenko, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, and then even though the fight that made the most sense was Devin Haney because that fight would be for undisputed. So I just felt like he was ducking Devin Haney a little bit and he didn't want to fight him. But he was gonna fight Lomachenko like I predicted in that video if you go back and watch it. But Lomachenko, he's back in Ukraine, so he couldn't make that fight happen. So he did fight Devin Haney, so I do give him his credit for that. So yeah, he didn't avoid him. He fought him eventually, and the fight did happen. So respect George Kambosos for that, because a lot of guys have ducked Devin Haney, and he finally got his big opportunity, and he made the most of it. And it also reminds me of a video called "When Trash Talk Goes Wrong: Teofimo Lopez versus George Kambosos," which is actually my most viral video on my YouTube channel. And Teofimo Lopez was talking a lot of trash. He didn't seem prepared. He just looked like a man trying to land a right hand with no game plan. George Kambosos defeated him not easily, but it was a war. He dropped him in the first round, and it was a big upset. So now it's like the other way around. Now that the belts are in George Kambosos' hands, he was the trash talker, calling Devin Haney a rat, calling him a snitch, all types of crazy stuff. But he really got dominated. Like, he got dominated in all 12 rounds. He somehow believed he outlanded him in that fight. But excuses are excuses. And Devin Haney's the champion at the end of the day, and he's one of the best right now. I wonder what's next for Devin Haney here on out. I think a good fight that could be made is Devin Haney versus Vasily Lomachenko. I've been seeing a lot of Lomachenko fans. They're probably one of the craziest fan bases, like the Pacquiao and the Canelo fans. They all have crazy fans, and these Lomachenko fans are saying Devin Haney's not a good fighter. Lomachenko will destroy him. But I just think Devin Haney, it goes the same way. He's gonna destroy him probably every round. Devin Haney easily beats Lomachenko in my opinion. He just has more skills than him, and he's the better fighter. But these Lomachenko fans are saying Devin Haney will get destroyed by Lomachenko. So sounds like a good fight to me. But honestly, it's time to put respect on Devin Haney's name. He's amongst the best in the world right now in boxing. He's definitely on that pound for pound list. And I think the only guys who can really mess with him is Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson. But other than that, nobody else in that weight class really beats him, in my opinion, or gives him a good fight. So to celebrate this Devin Haney win, as I predicted, I'm going to read some of these crazy comments in my video called George Kambosos is now avoiding Devin Haney. And it's a question mark. It's not a statement. It's a question mark. I'm saying, is he avoiding Devin Haney? And I'm providing you information for you to make that decision. But, people are emotional. They go to the comments. They act like I just said it was a statement that he's avoiding them. They're like, oh, clickbait. Oh, idiot. No, he's not. But, let's read these comments and see what they say now that the fight's over. So let's check this one out. This guy says, other way around, guy. Haney refuses to take less money to make the fight happen. He's pricing himself out of the fight as an excuse to duck Kambosos. This guy said Americans don't like fighting outside the U.S. You have to go to Australia, just like George went to the U.S. Well, now Devin Haney did that, and he destroyed your boy in his own hometown, so. This guy says, yeah, he is scared because Haney be knocking everybody out. Ha 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 ha. Stop saying fighters are avoiding or scared. No fighter is scared. That is their job. This is a BS video. Clickbait. No facts. This guy says Linares almost knocked that fool out. Did he though? Well, George Kambosos didn't. This guy says, when did he say he's avoiding Haney? Never once. You got it all wrong, buddy. Well, why would somebody admit they're avoiding somebody? And listen, he didn't avoid him. He was going to fight Lomachenko, though. And that's a fact. He wasn't going to fight Devin Haney, but this fight just happened. It happened because it happened. Lomachenko wasn't able to make this fight, so he fought Devin Haney. Like I said, I give him his props for that, but these comments were so crazy. Says, you act like he's hella good. He impresses you, question mark. Now, I'm not sure if he's talking about Devin Haney or Kambosos here, but if he's talking about Devin Haney, well, He was pretty damn good to beat George Kambosos in all 12 rounds, so in a dominant fashion, that separates good from great, and he dominates his opponents. This person said, Devin Diva sucks. He ain't never gonna be undisputed. Well, he is now, so it is what it is, right? And this guy said, clickbait title. So sick of the lack of respect towards Kambosos. Can't wait for him to smash Haney so everyone can shut up. Well, hopefully that happens one day, but maybe not in this universe, but in a parallel universe, in the multiverse of madness, that might be happening right now, but not in the reality we live in. If you liked the video, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and, thank you for watching. It's your boy JPJ the Great, and I'm checking out. Peace.